Yes? Okay. We are good. What's going on, guys? Slasher Movies 410 here. And for today's video, I'm going to be my two good friends are going to be joining me, and we're going to be discussing the new Child's Play or Chucky television series trailer that recently came out. We're also going to just be talking about the whole Child's Play series in general, and I'm really excited to get into this video. So without further ado, let's bring in the guests. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
All right. I think we're good. Sorry about the technical issues.
You're good.
That's all right.
All right.
It happens.
Yeah, this is my first time using this type of platform. Not used to it. It's running into audio issues, but finally got it resolved. Here we are. All right. So to kick things off, what did you guys think about the Chucky trailer? Let's start with Michael Myers reacts.
I thought the trailer was good. You know, I felt like it's your typical Chucky. You know what I mean? Like, they're going away from the serious note again, like we got in the first movie and in Curse of Chucky, because we all know in 2013 it got serious again. Chucky was scary. This show, I feel like, isn't going to have that. I feel like it's going to feel more like Cult of Chucky, and you can kind of tell that from the trailer. Now, I'm not saying, you know, that Chucky can't have his one-liners and joke around and stuff like that, but honestly, I like Chucky more scary. I don't know about you guys, but I want him to be serious. But unfortunately, just from the trailer, I don't think we're going to get that. But I don't think it's a bad trailer. You know what I mean? I think if you're a hardcore Chucky fan, you're going to be satisfied with the show.
Exactly. And I remember reading an article some time ago, and Don Mancini pretty much confirmed that in terms of style, it's going to be more along the lines of Child's Play 2, which I'm hoping for, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to keep that promise, because he said the same thing about Curse of Chucky, and, you know, obviously the style was much more in line with the original film, but unfortunately, Cult of Chucky went right back to that comedic route. So I really just hope he keeps his word this time. So, Michael Myers, what did you think about the trailer?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you guys. You know, I heard that Don Mancini was going to try to, you know, have that Child's Play 2 vibe with this series. And like Michael Myers React said, you know, I personally myself, I like Chucky as more of like a scary character. But of course, within the sequels and stuff like that, you know, they evolved the character. And based on the trailer, you know, it looks just like that. You know, it looks like exactly how it was. You know, and I also really am curious on how they would, like, you know, pick it up after Cult of Chucky. And yeah, but overall the trailer, I thought it was a pretty decent trailer. I'm gonna be honest, the trailer kind of like got me a little more interested, because at first, like, it was just like whatever, but now that we got a better look at it, at the series itself, I kind of do have a little hopes. Even though I don't agree with a lot of things, I still do have at least, you know, interest in it, you know, based on the trailer we got.
Right. So I actually got a series of questions here for you guys that I was hoping
Sounds good.
Answer. So the first question, have you guys seen that behind-the-scenes featurette titled The Legacy of Chucky?
Nope.
Actually haven't. I heard about it. I heard like they premiered it like at some type of event, but no, I actually haven't seen it. Yeah. Isn't it like behind the scenes or something like that?
It is. It's a featurette. It offers like very short interviews. It's very short. You could actually find it on YouTube. And they actually inserted a lot of clips from the actual television show that we haven't seen in the trailer. So I highly recommend watching it.
Oh, for sure. I got to check that out. Definitely.
Yeah, same. Probably going to check it out. Give us another view.
Yeah. There's just something about it, because they literally got everybody to participate and really just dive deep into this discussion as far as the television series goes. Like, you got Alex Vincent. You got Elise, you got everyone just talking about the show in general, and they offer some like insight about what the show's going to be. And they also touch a little bit on Charles Lee Ray's backstory and everything that takes place. So I recommend.
Yeah, that's one thing too, you know, about the series. I heard they're going to like go back and explore the Charles Lee Ray backstory. And I wouldn't mind that, you know, that's pretty like interesting or whatever, but I hope they do it like right. And yeah, you know, I hope they do something like pretty interesting with it, you know.
What about you, Ryan? What do you think about them going over Charles Lee Ray's backstory and all that?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, So from what I heard, and I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but the show apparently, if I'm correct, you guys can correct me, but isn't the show supposed to take place after Colt, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he froze up, man.
Yeah, it froze.
Okay, okay, here we go. I believe in the backstory in the novel, he killed his mom or something at like 12 years old or something.
Mhm.
But one thing that worries me is like I kind of hope that this show doesn't jump timelines too much, and kind of make the audience like, okay, so now we're after Colt, now we're before Child's Play, now we're there, here, everywhere. I just hope, I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that them jumping timelines is going to confuse the audience?
I definitely think so. I think they just really have to make it known that this is a direct sequel, especially considering the fact that they left on huge cliffhangers, like Andy's in the like the prison cell and whatever, or the insane asylum. He's stuck there. Nika now, or Chucky possessed Nika and all that. So they really have to explore that. And I know they're also going to tell this new story about this new kid Jake. But I feel like that needs to be resolved first before we dive into this new story.
I just hope it's not too much. I just hope they're not putting too much in our face, because as an audience, we could get lost in that. Like it could be like, okay, so we're here and we're here. It's like when shows do that, that's a turnoff for me personally. It's like, okay, like just give us one thing at a time. And I feel like they're going to jump all around. And I am kind of worried about that, because like Chucky as a show, I think is cool. I feel like they should have just done another movie, because like I don't know, I just feel like it's going to jump all over the place, and it definitely worries me. I mean, the ideas they have are cool, but I don't know if it's going to work personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like especially like throughout the series, we've gotten like a lot of like story points here and there. So I feel with the series, it also kind of will make it a little more confusing. So like Slasher movie said, like I would really like them to make it clear on what we're focusing on. I know they're gonna like continue after Cole and whatever the new boy, the new boy story, the boy who like buys them in the garage sale. And of course, they're gonna be jumping back, into Charles Lee Ray's childhood and stuff like that. But I hope they keep it like at a certain extent. I don't want them, like you guys said, to go from timeline to timeline, because I just think as the audience, it does like confuse us and more questions. Even though it's a series, it's more like time expand. They have more to like explain. They have more time, you could say, to really explain and do those types of things. But as Chucky being as a series, personally, I would have liked to see another movie as well, because I just think I don't know, as a series, like you guys said, they could throw all types of stuff in there, confuse us, but I just hope it plays out smooth, and it plays out with the last films we got, and something that makes sense, not just something random that they throw here and there.
I couldn't agree more, for sure. And my next question was, do you think that this show will take a more comical route or a more serious route? I know we kind of touched on this before, but I want to hear what you guys have to say.
I think it will take more of a comical route, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Especially after everything that transpired in Cult of Chucky too. I was surprised about that, because when I saw Curse, I'm like, this is a very grounded kind of movie, and it was very in line with the original film. And then I was really excited to see Cult of Chucky, and it just like threw all that right out the window.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Also, another question: do you guys think that Glenn or Glenda will make an appearance in this movie, or they'll briefly mention him at all?
From what I heard, he's supposed to be involved. He or she, whatever you want to say, is supposed to be involved in this show. Which, as soon as I heard that, I don't know if it's confirmed or rumored, but either way, as soon as I heard that, I was like, here we go again. Just more bull crap. Like, just make it scary again. They should have. This show, I would love for it to feel like Curse of Chucky, but it's definitely not going to. And that's something that really bothers me as a Chucky fan, because I think, like I said, Chucky can have his one-liners. You could do what you got to do. Glenn is a character that should be gone. That character should be done for. They should not bring him back. But what can we do about it? If it was me, I wouldn't bring him back. But from what I heard, he may be coming back. And I don't know. I'm just not for it.
Yeah, I agree. Probably like at least like a mention of Glenn they're probably going to do. But I feel like they should just like move on, because from what I heard, like the Don Mancini or whoever was behind the Seed of Chucky, they're kind of like ashamed of Seed of Chucky. So they kind of, the reason they didn't mention Glenn like in the films after Seed is because I guess it was such a pretty bad character no one liked, so they didn't even bother. But I've also heard we might get some type of Glenn thing, and it's just whatever. I personally, it's just a character that's pointless, pretty much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
100%. And do you think that he's going to be, if they did bring back Glenn, let's say hypothetically, do you think he'll be back in the doll form, or will they show that maybe clips of Seed of Chucky with that little boy? Like, I don't know how they'd be able to execute it, but I just want to hear what you guys have to say.
I feel like if they bring him back, the smarter move would be for him to be a human, I think. Because, I mean, like you said, at the end of Seed, I mean, they're pretty much human at the end. So I wouldn't bring the doll back if you are going to do it, because, like, nobody really cares about the doll. Like, do you guys even like the design of Glenn? That's my question.
No, not a fan.
Not really.
It looks terrible. So if you're going to bring him back, just let him be human. That's what I say.
Yeah, make him like a human, like how he was pretty much at the end of Seed, and probably have him like, if they're gonna have him in there, I say they should like have him like a background character type of thing. I really wouldn't want to see like him like a main character, like a Tiffany or something. But yeah, I agree. I just feel like it's not worth like having Glenn. I just rather than focus like on Chucky or like some other serious stuff. Because we already got that Seed of Chucky stuff, so I feel like they should just do some new stuff.
Right.
I agree. Glenn is so unnecessary. It's just so unnecessary. You don't need it.
And I just thought of the perfect way to actually explain his absence. Just say that Chucky killed him.
I mean, yeah, sure. Whatever gets him out of the picture.
They really had to explain it. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, just get him out of the picture.
Yeah. Okay, so my next question for you guys. Do you think that Nika, Andy, Tiffany, and Kyle, etc., will appear in the show? And do you think they'll save these characters at the end of like the first season, or maybe one of the characters at least?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe. I mean, I know that they're supposed to be in the show, but I don't know like what type of role they're going to have in the show. I don't even know how the show's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if they're just going to cameo or if they're going to have a small part in just one episode. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the season, having them save the new characters would be cool and a nice touch. But honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. It's kind of hard to say because, we don't really see any of them in the trailer. We see all new people in the trailer. So I don't know. They may have a small role. They may have a big role. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like, when we had a Cole of Chucky, we knew from the beginning that Alex Vincent was gonna return as Andy, but he really didn't have a big major role in Cole. And since this series they're gonna have the returning characters back, I feel they just might be there like kind of like what they're doing with Scream. They're gonna like try to be like backup characters that pretty much are gonna like step in and like try to help out like the new characters or whatever. But yeah, I'm hoping they have a little somewhat major role because it's just characters that we grew up loving, watching the movies. But I just hope like they do their characters justice, and not just do like some random stuff with it, like something that is worth the time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, I got another question here. So we all know the big cliffhanger with Andy left at the insane asylum. Do you think he will escape somehow? And if so, do you think Kyle is going to break him out? How do you think that's going to happen?
Maybe.
Yeah, because how Kyle and Andy pretty much were pretty like tight. They were pretty like cool with each other. They had each other's back. So I could definitely see that. That Kyle steps in. After Cole and teams up with Andy again and try to fight this doll. Go after this doll again. But yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah, I actually feel like that's a good idea, having her break him out. I feel like that would work perfectly.
Right, because she also made the cameo at the end of Cult of Chucky with that little that little scene that took place. So it's definitely plausible. I could see it happening for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it had to be for a reason. You know, if they threw that little after credit scene, you know, with Kyle at the end, I think it should definitely be for something major. Maybe something like that. You know, she actually goes in and saves them. That'd be pretty cool. You know, to see.
And what do you think about the whole Halloween aesthetic of it? Because I know this takes place on, or one of the episodes do at least take place on Halloween night. So what do you think about that?
I think okay.
I think it's cool. You know what I mean? I mean, it's coming out in October, so I mean, I would imagine probably the first or second episode. So maybe third, I don't know. But either way, it fits October, of course. I'm glad they're doing it. I mean, they don't have to do that because like Chucky never really been like Halloweenish or whatever you want to say. So I think it's a neat touch, and it's funny because like there was still images of I don't know if they're real or not of like Chucky wearing the Hello Kitty mask. Have you guys seen that picture?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Isn't it like in the trailer or something?
I think they are going to do that because there's actually Hello Kitty Chucky merchandise, and I feel like that's a shout out to that. So I mean, I like the idea. It's kind of a first time thing for Chucky because I can't remember Chucky ever really being Halloween. You know?
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, I don't think like other Child's Play movies have taken place during Halloween, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Can't recall, no.
Yeah. So that's why, like, from what I heard, you know, the whole Halloween scenario is gonna pretty much be like when like I guess it has to do something with Charles Lee Ray, you know, his childhood or whatever. And I guess they're now gonna try to, you know, have Chucky into this Halloween scenario. And it's okay, like I said, it gives us more of the vibes, you know, the Halloween vibes. It's coming out in October, so it's not that big of a deal, but you know, like I just some like the Hello Kitty mask, like I just thought that was too little too silly, you know, but we all know you know, the direction you know, the Child's Play, the Chucky character has gone to. So, you know, it didn't really surprise me, but it is a little like, come on, personally, but yeah.
It is. It is a little much, in my opinion. I mean, I think like I think they're doing it because of the merchandise, like kind of just shouting out to that, like, oh yeah, we have Hello Kitty Chucky merchandise. But it is a little much. But like we're not, you know, no one should be surprised. That's kind of what Chucky is now. Like it doesn't matter what they do, because Chucky, I don't know, it's just not gonna be serious anymore. And I think us Chucky fans, like I'm not a diehard Chucky fan, but I do love Chucky. But I feel like Chucky fans, like we just expect this now. So when I saw that, I was like, at first I was like, oh, that's dumb, and then I was like, wait a minute, it's Chucky, so I'm not surprised. Like they're gonna do something.
It's Chucky. You could let it slide, you know, because it's Chucky.
Exactly, it's Chucky. Yeah.
I feel like with the case of the Hello Kitty mask, Chucky is definitely going to have some sort of one-liner. He's going to joke about it and be like, "Get this fucking mask off me," or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like also the whole clip, you know, where you see like Chucky playing with like a kid, like video games or something. Like at first it does seem kind of odd, but of course, you know, it's Chucky, you know, and since it's a series, a full-on show, I feel they're gonna try to, you know, kind of do a little more, you know, because it's a show. I feel like they're trying to have more fun with it, but I just hope it's not like too corny, you know. I just hope it's like, of course, it's gonna have its comedy, its humor and stuff, but I hope it's not too like distracting, like over the top, you know, like right in your face.
Right.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, one of the things that kind of bothered me about the trailer was just how Chucky looked in certain scenes. And I'm not talking about the good guy form. I'm talking about like the animatronics themselves.
I agree.
I just wasn't a fan. Like, I'm just not a fan of the way he looks. Like, he looks awkward in certain scenes. Like, I don't know why they can't just make a better animatronic. I mean, the first two Child's Play movies, Chucky looked very lifelike and convincing. And these ones, it's just starting to look worse and worse. I'm not sure what's going on.
Like, not too realistic. I agree. Yeah, that's one thing that also caught me when I saw the trailer, you know, especially when he's like alive, you know, like moving and stuff. I don't know if it's CGI. From what I heard, like they try to use practical effects like the old school way, but I don't know about all that. I just feel like it kind of caught me off guard as well, you know. Like, it just looks kind of weird. Honestly.
Yeah, I feel like some of those scenes with Chucky coming to life, like I know some of it probably is animatronics, but I feel like they may have used a touch of CGI because they, like you guys said, there are some shots where he does look awkward, and it just
Yeah,
feels off. So they may have used a little bit of CGI. I'm not 100% sure on that, but to me, a few shots I was like, is that CGI? So maybe they did, and if they did, that just sucks. Like it's like how can you do it better in the first two movies, first three movies, and then here we are with even more technology, and you guys just make it look worse. Like how does that happen?
Yeah. How could a
yeah, that's true,
recent
man. That's
movies
true.
look better than today's technology? I don't understand.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
like what?
Yeah. Also, in certain scenes with like Chucky moving around the animatronic form, I noticed that his hair is shorter in some scenes rather than others. That's what also caught
yeah,
me.
I noticed that too. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
For some reason, who knows? They probably because I'm pretty much like after Colt, who knows what they would have done with that damn doll. But yeah, it does have for sure like a different kind of look.
Hmm.
And like they said, they trying to like have it more of a Child's Play 2 kind of thing since everybody like loves that movie, a lot of people's favorite. But I'm not really too sure about that. They might have that trying to follow that same blueprint like the Child's Play 2, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I really don't know. I don't really have like high expectations on that.
Yeah, same here. So let's go back. Let's backtrack now because we briefly touched on this before. Charles. Sorry if I could talk. Charles Lee Ray's backstory, because I think that's pretty evident to discuss here. Because a lot of people, it's not something that a lot of people have asked for, and I'm one of
Yeah.
them. I mean, he's the Lakeshore Strangler, and if we're gonna have flashback scenes, I feel like they're gonna try and make us feel sorry for Charles, and that's not something that I would want to see personally.
Yeah, I heard that too. That they're gonna try to like explain like the childhood and kind of have you feel some type of sympathy, on
Hmm.
why he became the way he did. Like like I always say, it's always better when you don't really know what made the killer. And I just
Yeah.
think that makes it a little more more creepier, more scary when you don't really know like the backstory and it's kind of a mystery. But since that's gone out of the way, they're gonna try to do that. And I also hope the whole childhood thing, I just hope it's like limited. Like I really don't want them to focus on that too much. It's okay they bring a few flashbacks, but other than that, like I don't want it to be like a main part of the story.
Exactly. We're not supposed to feel empathy for this character. He's done horrible things. So I just hope that it's executed well, at least.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like, we don't need the backstory. We really don't. It's like the case with Michael Myers. Like we don't need to know anything about the backstory. That's what makes Michael creepy and scary. I mean, I wouldn't say that about Chucky so much, but we don't need it. It's unnecessary. I mean, look at Rob Zombie's Halloween when he tried to give Michael a backstory. It flopped right on its face, and I feel like that's going to happen with Chucky unless they can pull it off. But I don't know. I don't usually when horror movies try to give you a backstory, they're usually not that good. So that worries me for sure.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Definitely. So now we're going to dive more into the franchise itself, and I just wanted to ask you guys what your favorite Child's Play movie is and why. So let's start with Michael Myers reacts.
Mine's Child's Play 2. It always has been Child's Play 2. And I know some people are like, "What? You like 2 over the original?" No, I know Child's Play 2 is I would say it's more serious. Or Child's Play 1 is more serious. Child's Play 2 is a little more jokey but serious at the same time. Like it's not over the top. Something about Child's Play 2, I just love that movie. I think it was the first Chucky movie I saw. But I didn't watch it in its entirety at first. I remember seeing, the end scene with Andy at the factory and all that stuff. And it's just something, the feel of that movie is just perfect to me. And it screams Chucky. When I'm in the mood to pop a Chucky movie in, I go to Child's Play 2. Child's Play 1's my second favorite, but it's got to be Child's Play 2. I think the characters in that movie are perfect. Chucky in that movie is perfect. And I don't know, I've just always loved that one. That's the one I've always, leaned towards more than any of the others. So yeah, it's got to be Child's Play 2. I think that's a 10 out of 10. I think it's a perfect sequel in my opinion. I think you really couldn't got better than that.
Yeah, Child's Play 2 is definitely one of my favorites. My personal favorite is actually the original, but I do love Child's Play 2. It has some of the best color in that movie, like it's
Yeah,
brightly lit. the toy box factory, the whole sequence at the end was just awesome, and it's just a lot of fun in general.
Yeah,
But if
one of
you
the
want
best
to watch
movies.
more of like a serious kind of film
Mhm.
with Chucky, it would probably be the original. But what about you, Michael Myers?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Child's Play 2 is a great sequel. One of my favorite sequels of all time. They definitely expanded it more. They had more fun with it, and I love Child's Play 2. But my personal favorite, I will go to the original as well because that one really like has like I really have a good memory on Child's Play 1. As a kid, I was always scared when when it came on TV or whatever because and when I got older, of course, I watched it at its entirety, and of course, it was that it exactly was that. It's more of a darker Child's Play movie, and that's what I always loved about the original movie is that it was at that point it was still dark and kind of creepy, but yeah, always the original. I love the original. 1988, my favorite.
You
Mhm.
know what? I don't know if you guys would agree with this or not, but I actually feel like Chucky should have ended with Child's Play 3. I think it would have been a really solid trilogy if it stopped right there, but of course it didn't.
Mhm.
I agree.
I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. Because after Child's Play 3, I thought a lot of people hate on Child's Play 3. I love Child's Play 3 as well, man. Even though it doesn't, obviously, it takes place like when Andy's older and it has a whole different setting. I still
Mhm.
love it because it's I don't know, it's just something about it that it always has me entertained, And yeah, I think it would have been a great trilogy.
Mhm.
For sure. For sure.
And I love the whole military academy setting. It's just very different, compared to the other
Yeah,
movies that we have in the franchise. And it's a lot of fun. And they casted the actor to play Andy. I forget his name, but he looks like him a lot. He's got the baby face, the brown eyes. I thought it was a really good casting choice.
Mhm.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. It reminded me of Alex Vincent.
He did, yeah, for sure.
And I say too that, at the end of Child's Play 3, that would have been a great send off for Chucky. That would have been a great death with him going through that fan and stuff like that. It
Hmm.
would have been perfect. You could have just stopped right there, but of course that's not going to happen. But I always thought that in my head. I was like, if it ended with Child's Play 3, it would have been, in my opinion, a perfect trilogy, honestly. We really didn't need to go after that, but, we can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, personally, for me, I'm a fan of Bride, but is it necessary? No, it's not. It really isn't, if you think
Nope.
about it.
Yeah,
No.
Bride of Chucky. I don't think it's a terrible movie. It does have like you could say some enjoyment out of it, but of course, compared like to the Child's Play first three Child's Plays, it really has nothing on them. But like you said, it's not really necessary. But compared to Seed and the other Curse and Cole, well, Curse was okay, but Bride of Chucky I think is decent, but it really wasn't necessary.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So now that what we're gonna do is here, we're gonna answer some questions because we
Right,
got.
right. Yeah, we've been having comments, and honestly, yeah, we haven't been reading them. But yeah, we have Horror Man 93 in here. What's up, man?
Okay. By the way, guys, just to let you know, I am now eligible for super chat donations. So if you guys would like to contribute to my channel, all the proceeds will help me get new equipment, like camera equipment. It'll also go towards more masks, which means more videos for you guys. And hopefully in the future, I would like to open up a store too to help sell some merchandise. You guys don't have to. It's all up to you. But the super chats that come up, whenever you make a donation, I will be the first to read it. So just letting you guys know.
That's great, man. That's great. That's how you open up and expand a little more.
Mhm.
Pretty good idea.
Okay. From Horrorman93. I'm a huge fan of Chucky. I have been since I was 6 years old when I got the VHS tape for my 6th birthday. And I really dig the trailer. Yeah, that's awesome. I remember that trailer too. And what's funny is with the new trailer that came out, I think it said like it was the same kind of narration as the original trailer. So I thought that was a really cool touch.
Mhm.
Yeah, true. Always since the beginning, since like they announced this series, um, I've always like felt, and I've also heard, they were trying to kind of go back to the roots of the original Child's Play, and that's what I was hoping for. But I guess we're not. We're mostly gonna get more of the roots of Charles Lee Ray, rather than making it a dark series like the first one. But
Mm-hmm.
And it is what it is, you know.
I like the look of Chucky in the show. He looks like Child's Play too. He definitely does in certain shots, and it's very weird to tell because in certain shots he looks really good, and other shots he doesn't. I just wish it was more consistent. And to me personally, he looks different in every shot that I see him in.
True.
Yeah, he really does. The good guy form reminds me of Child's Play 2 a little bit, but then when he's alive, I get cult vibes. So yeah, it's like we're getting different Chuckies. Like I'm not like when you watch like Child's Play or the trilogy of Child's Play, it looks like the Child's Play doll. Then when you get to Bride and Seed, it looks like the Bride doll. This one seems like they were having trouble like trying to decide a final look for Chucky. It's like they were going back and forth and they just kind of just left it in there. I don't know. It's kind of sloppy to me. I just let Chucky look one certain way. Like, why does he look Child's Play 2 and then why does he look old? Like, it's just weird to me.
Yeah, and that one scene where he's in bed with the little girl and he says like, "I'm gonna kill your sister," or whatever. Like looked like the Curse of Chucky doll.
Yeah, it did. Exactly. Yeah, they're like going all over the place with it, and I don't get that.
Yeah.
Man, like I remember when even Curse came out, we saw the trailer and everything. I thought like the doll looked weird, you know, because we're all used to the original Chucky. You know, we all love Chucky. So to me, at first, the Curse and Cold doll looked weird, and when I seen this trailer for the series, I kind of felt the same way, you know, because they're like changing it every time, and it just looks it looks weird, honestly. Like I don't know, I just wish they could stick to one design, you know, rather than try to duplicate it.
Yeah.
And you know, by them duplicating it, I just feel like it just doesn't look the same. It's not the same, you know.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to ask you guys. You guys know how in Curse, you know, he covered up the scars and then he revealed it later on. Do you think we're going to get that in the show? Because obviously in the trailer, there's no scars. You know what I'm saying?
I think the last time we saw Chucky in the scars, believe it or not, was in Cult of Chucky, where he's in the chains. Remember, he was like beheaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that doll will make it. Well, not the doll. He's not really in doll form anymore, but the head will at least make an appearance. I feel like.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree too.
Andy still has him locked up in his house, so.
That's true. I forgot about that. That's right.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. How much do you think all those masks are worth behind you? I couldn't give you a number, man.
That's a good question.
That's a really good question, though. I'm glad Chucky is able to drop F-bombs too in each episode. Yeah, I was worried that they were going to try and censor it. Ever since I heard that it's going to be on Sci-Fi and USA, I'm really glad he's going to be able to drop F-bombs.
For sure.
Yeah, you know, because especially since it's like a TV show, so we are expected to like kind of censor them, kind of take a slow roll. But from what I heard, also it's gonna be pretty gory still. You know, it's still gonna, you know, have that bloody and that killing element, which is cool because even though it's a show, and you know he's gonna be cursing or whatever, I think that's Chucky, you know. So
Exactly.
yeah, like I really wouldn't want to see like Chucky watered down, you know. Like obviously he's watered down, of course, throughout the previous crappy sequels, but like I personally thought he was gonna be even more watered down with the series, but I'm really hoping not. You know, I'm really hoping it just sticks to what Chucky does. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait, are you guys going to be worried? Are you guys kind of worried about like what station it's going to be on? I know it's going to be on USA and Sci-Fi, but if you look at Sci-Fi's history when they had shows on there, they've never lasted long. Like
Really?
the longest shows on there were probably like 4 to 5 seasons, maybe more. But I mean, I like to take things like Ash versus Evil Dead. Have you guys seen Ash versus Evil Dead?
Yes.
That
Yeah,
show's
I've seen
really
a little
good.
bit about it.
Yeah, that show's really good, and it only lasted 3 seasons. And for some reason, at best, I bet the show gets 3 seasons. I bet it doesn't get more than 3, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, I was also going to ask.
I agree.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I agree because, I don't know. I just feel like, what can they really do? Like they're gonna do their storyline or whatever, but I feel like season after season, I feel like Ash versus Evil Dead is a good example. I think it started off pretty good. I haven't seen it like the whole thing, but I've seen like the beginning, and it started off decent. But then sooner or later, I feel they're just gonna like kind kind of like not really have like control of it. Like, do you guys think this series would like bring Chucky back to like um I wouldn't say popular because I mean he is kind of popular already, of course, but you think it would like be a successful like show and like kind of put like Chucky back, have everybody talking about Chucky again, like from this series?
I really hope so.
I mean,
uh,
I feel like in a certain way it's going to have people talking, but when I say it's going to have people talking, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be in the good way, and that's what worries me. I feel like this show's going to get a lot of crap. Like just from the trailer, everyone's been mixed. Like people like it and then people don't. I don't
Yeah,
know. I feel like this show is either going to make Chucky again or break him, like for sure, one of the two.
and based on what I've seen in the trailers, it looks like the current target audience is going to be for like young teens. So
yeah, pretty much. You know, since the beginning they said there's gonna be like another kind of Stranger Things kind of thing, and aiming towards like kind of teenager audience. And you know it's whatever, you know, but I just really wish that they would kind of do a little more serious, like Michael Myers React said. I feel like it's either gonna make Chucky again or break him, you know, because people are gonna see, you know, especially like old hardcore Chucky fans, they're gonna see like a lot of people are not gonna be pleased with this show. So I feel like it kind of will give like a different perspective on Chucky to people, I feel,
mhm.
especially the route they're going, you know?
Right. And one thing I actually did like about the trailer is the fact that they kind of acknowledged that this new character, Jake, is gonna, I feel like he's gonna form an alliance with Chucky. Instead of the opposite with Andy, where Andy wanted nothing to do with him. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's a nice touch. I'm glad that they are doing something a little different.
Mhm.
And I'm glad that, there's another kid involved. I know Jake isn't necessarily like a kid, not Andy's age at least when he was in the first movie. But another thing too that is weird to me, I don't know if you guys found this weird, but why does he have a doll at school? Like, how old is this kid? You know what I mean? Like, why? I don't get that. You will not see
Yeah,
that. You do not see that anywhere. You're
I heard,
asking
true, true.
like,
yeah, and I heard that he's supposed to be like a freshman in high school.
yeah, that's weird. Like, why do you need a doll? Like, it's just weird.
Well,
Yeah,
I have a
man, I
feeling,
agree.
yeah, I have a feeling that this kid's gonna get bullied for his
Oh
sexuality because he's an openly gay character.
yeah,
Um, not that I wish that upon him, but I
yeah,
feel like that's the direction they're gonna take because based on what I see in the trailer, he's getting teased and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and Chucky's
I
gonna
feel like,
try to be there, trying to like
yeah,
have his
exactly. He's
back
gonna
some
try and
kind of
help him.
way.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be different to see for sure. Maybe Jake will perhaps be a killer, like an accomplice of Chucky. Who knows?
Yeah.
You never know what kind of direction they could go, you know. Like I feel they could pretty much do anything at this point, you know.
Hmm.
I feel like Chucky in this show is going to be like the bad guy turns good. Like, there's going to be characters who bully Jake, and we're not going to like those characters. And Chucky's going to take him out. So, in a way, we're going to be rooting for Chucky. And it's almost like he's going to be doing something good. You shouldn't bully somebody who's gay or whatever. You shouldn't do that stuff. So, it's almost like Chucky's going to take on the role of being the good guy, but he's not.
Hmm.
Murdering people is not a good thing. So, I feel like it's going to be like that. Like the bad guy becomes the so called good guy. I kind of like that.
Hmm. Yeah. I feel like Chucky will be used to showcase that despite all of his faults, like as a parent, he doesn't see being gay or trans as an issue, and he will actively kill like homophobia. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
I can too, definitely.
Okay, let's see what other questions we got here.
Orman 93 says Don wants to make two more movies as well.
Yeah.
I've heard that too. Like aside of the series, I heard they're still gonna try to do like the movie side, and you know I'm all in for it. But like we said before, I just hope they don't do timeline after timeline and confuse us. I just hope they have one storyline straight, and you know that's good. And as long as it plays out good, I'm all in for it. You know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind like seeing more movies like on this series. What about you guys?
Oh, Ron, you want to start?
Oh, yeah, I'll go. I mean, I definitely want to see a couple more movies. I think that would be cool. But my main concern is like if they make this eighth movie, do you have to watch the series to understand the eighth movie, or is it going to like retcon the series and just take place after Cult again? You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people, they may not want to watch the show. You know what I'm saying? They may watch the movies and then like, oh, I'm going to watch part 8. So if we go to Cult to whatever 8 is going to be, will that transition going into the 8th movie, feel smooth? You know what I'm saying? Or do you have to watch the show? That's another thing. It's like, like where.
Whoop. Ryan, your screen froze again.
I have no clue.
Oh, you're good now. You're good.
You're good.
Yeah,
You're
I
good.
have no clue. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't know how 7 and 8 is going to transcend into each other. I don't know how that's going to work if you have to watch the show, because a lot of people don't watch shows. They just don't. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Yeah, one thing I'm kind of iffy about with this whole television series is the fact that there was such a huge cliffhanger at the end of Cult of Chucky that they're going to have to cover this in this new series. And what if like the casual audience is watching, like they're going to be like, what the hell is going on? Why are there multiple Chuckies running around? Why is this girl talking like Chucky? It was Nika, of course.
Yeah.
They're going to be really lost.
And that's going to ruin the 8th movie, in my opinion. Because if you watch 7 and you didn't watch the show and you go into the 8th movie, and if the 8th movie takes place after the show, they're going to be like, wait, so what happened after Cult? Like, I missed it because I didn't watch the show. Like, I don't know how it's going to – I don't know. I feel like it's just not going to be smooth. I feel like this show might actually ruin things for the movies unless they – I don't know. They're going to have to do something to where the audience doesn't have to watch the show to enjoy Part 8 whenever they make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, because I kind of wish the show would kind of be its own thing and the movies its own thing,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, Don Mancini definitely has a plan. It's just all about how he executes it. That's all it is. We just have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Any more questions here? I don't mind a little comedy from Chucky because Brad Dourif always nails it, of course. He's got to have some quips in there and one-liners.
Yeah.
Of course.
Don directed Seed, Curse, and Cult. That is correct. The only one I was a fan of was Curse because it took place in that really creepy house. The atmosphere was on point. Chucky was off camera a lot of the time, which I actually like. I think it makes him scarier in a way.
Yeah.
It's like the case with Jaws. Like, it's better not to see the shark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the first Jaws movies. Yeah, classic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he should be human in the show because the transformation worked in Seed, and he's both a male and female body. Yeah. Nika's definitely could appear in the show. I'm not sure when. Maybe at the end of the season. Who the hell knows? I have no idea what they're gonna do. I really don't.
Yeah, I feel they're gonna start off the show with like them focusing on like the new boy, the new characters, and then I feel towards like the middle or whatever, they're gonna like bring in like Nika and Andy and stuff like that. And also I kind of do wish they do it right, because people, like, if they didn't see Cole, or they were kind of confused at the end of Cole, with Nika, Chucky being into Nika, and Nika just shows up like that. I just feel it's gonna like confuse the audience and kind of like be like, what, like, what's going on here? But I hope they play out the Nika storyline as well pretty good, as well as Tiffany, because she will have a role in this, and I hope it's I just hope it plays out smooth, something understandable, something that is not too, like, over exaggerated. You could say something decent,
Right. There's also this theory that I heard that supposedly Andy is gonna somehow transfer his soul into another doll. What do you guys think about that? Just to fight Chucky.
I mean, it just does. Honestly, it don't sit right with me. I don't know why. It just doesn't.
Yeah, it just seems a little off. Like, I just feel they're kind of going over the top with that, trying to come out with new stuff. And don't get me wrong, trying new stuff is pretty good sometimes. Be more original, but I just feel sometimes some things don't sit right.
Yeah. When I first heard that, I was just like, I don't know how I feel about that, because it's just not believable that this guy wants to study like this voodoo magic all of a sudden. I understand he wants to get revenge, but I think that's just taking it one step too far.
Yeah, exactly. After all the trauma he went since he was a little boy, like why would he? I feel like why would he do that? You know, like it
Hmm.
just doesn't really like make sense. You know,
Yeah.
I
honestly.
feel like stuff like that would push the fans away. So I really hope they don't do that because personally, if this show gets too over the top, I probably won't watch the next season. Like I might watch the whole first season, but if it's just over the top, I may not even watch season 2 to be honest. If it's that bad, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna waste my time on it. But that's just me.
Yeah, because like you said, a lot of people lose interest on TV shows. A lot of people don't even watch shows. So I feel if that's the case, I think that's gonna be the case for most people. You know, they're just gonna lose interest, and once they lose interest, you know, the right money or whatever's not coming in, I just feel they're just gonna drop it. You know, because like you said, I don't feel shows last too long. You know,
Mhm.
just for like a few couple of seasons and that's it. You know.
And as far
Yeah,
as the main characters go, do you picture any of them getting killed off, or one in particular?
I'm not
Honestly,
sure.
I'm not too familiar about like the new characters. I know it's gonna be like some kids and stuff,
Mhm.
but yeah, possibly, maybe even the main boy, you know, who has you know the Chucky doll. I could see him like them kind of killing him off.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe he gets too close to Chucky and he does something that Chucky doesn't like and he kills him. It's very possible. I feel like most of the characters that we're going to see die, I think there'll be a few main characters die at some point because you got to make big moves when you do a show or a movie because if you don't, it's just going to be repetitive. So at some point, a main character is going to have to die. But I feel like for the most part, it's going to mostly be like bullies and just characters that we hate anyways for kill count and stuff. So yeah, that's how I feel. I don't feel like main characters definitely need to die because if you don't do that, it's just going to be repetitive. It's like okay, this character's still on the show. Here we are on season 3 or 4, and this character's been here, and you guys have dragged him on for too long. So at some point, you got to kill your main characters. I feel like maybe not Jake, but I'm not gonna say they won't kill Jake because honestly, it would be a big move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when I was watching the Legacy of Chucky, a certain character is going to be returning. Do you guys know who that is or no?
Nope, no clue.
Apparently, it's Dr. Foley from Cult of Chucky. That was Nika's like doctor or whatever, the one she killed.
Oh, I see.
Apparently, I mean, he obviously got killed, so I guess it's going to be a flashback sequence because he didn't have a beard this time. So,
I mean, that's interesting. I mean, I won't mind seeing flashbacks. Um,
Yeah,
flashbacks never bothered me as long as they do it right and it makes sense. I'm cool with it.
mm-hmm.
yeah. Probably fill in some gaps from Cole or
Yeah.
Curse to kind of fill us back in. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind a few flashbacks here and there.
Okay. Let's see.
I know this is a little off topic, but what do you guys think about if they make or first off, are you guys like a fan personally of the Child's Play remake 2019?
I'm not.
Um,
I
I
hate
enjoyed
them.
it for what it was, but as part of like the Child's Play franchise, I don't really consider it part of the series at all. As its own thing, I thought it was
Yeah,
okay. It could have been a lot better though. I felt like it was aimed for children, if I'm being honest.
yeah. Do you guys see a possible sequel about that? I heard they kind of been on the works, but I just haven't heard nothing recently. But I wouldn't honestly because the Child's Play remake was just whatever. I don't didn't really care for it. Like when I watched it, of course, it has it's watchable, but as a Chucky movie, hell no, hell no.
Yeah. And I think MGM actually owns the rights to only the first Child's Play movie, so I don't even think they could really do a sequel.
Yeah, true. Because that's pretty much why they did the Child's Play remake because they
Exactly.
pretty they pretty much wanted to remake the first one. That's the only one they own.
Hmm. Well, they might be able to do another movie, but I don't think they could technically call it Child's Play 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that though, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the remake used the Child's Play name as just a cash grab because it's just garbage. Like it didn't feel like a remake or any. It's more of a reimagining. It's like they wanted to do their own thing with it, and I just didn't like it. It didn't feel like Chucky. I know it's not Chucky, but if you're remaking something like look at the Friday the 13th remake, that was definitely Jason. Look at the Texas Chainsaw remake, that was definitely Leatherface. Look at the Child's Play. Oh wait, that's not Chucky. You know what I mean? It's like they
Yeah,
wanted to do a different movie and they just used that name to put butts in the seats and get money. So I just don't like the movie. I think it's garbage, but that's just me.
I could definitely
I
see where they're coming from, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I have issues with the remake, mainly with humor, the way they executed the story. I don't like. I didn't like how they took the whole AI route. You know, the artificial intelligence.
Yeah, the whole concept I just really wasn't digging, man. Like it looked like honestly like a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
Personally, like I don't know, it's just it was all over the place. I really, eh, not
yeah. I
for
did
me.
like how he was like Bluetooth connected. He could connect to like other devices. Like he could connect to a freaking lawnmower. Like, are you kidding me?
All
Yeah.
type of shit. Yeah,
And if I could recall, that lawnmower didn't say Caslon or anything on it either. It was just like some random lawnmower. So I don't know. That was ridiculous.
It's terrible.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. When I first saw the trailer, I kind of bought into the hype, and also when I first saw the movie, I was kind of hyped up about it. I actually purchased like a doll for it.
Yeah.
Like the
But
design is, I know obviously is not the classic Chucky.
mhm,
It's not too bad, but I just the whole concept, you know, being technology, like I don't know, it just really, it's just not, it's not like it's not scary, like it's not like what y'all thought, you know, like I don't know, it just was off. It really has nothing to do with nothing.
mhm.
It's terrible.
Okay, let's see what we got here. In the Child's Play 2 novel, Chucky killed his mother, but I don't know if he will do that in the show. The novel always differs from the films and shows. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna touch on that at all. To be honest, it would be cool to see Catherine Hicks come back for sure. I'd like to see that
Yeah,
personally.
man, that's something I've been wanting to see for a very long time. Catherine Hicks come back because she like I just think she was a big part of the first Child's Play, and I just feel her presence, her character has definitely been needed in this in this Chucky show. You know, I feel like I just think it'll be a good match. You know,
Hmm.
like I know they referenced her like in Curse or something. You know, when Andy was like talking to her on the phone.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Uh,
that.
yeah, yeah, and I just hope they bring her back some type of way. You know.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think they confirmed in like a lot of the sequels actually that his mom was at like a psychiatric facility.
Yeah.
But by now, I mean, she should be out of it.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. So yeah, it would be interesting to see her come back for sure. She was definitely a big part of the original film. She probably had the most screen time in the original film, besides Andy, of course.
Yeah.
So
Also, someone who'll be like pretty interesting to see come back is what's his name? The cop from the first movie.
Oh,
oh yeah, I know
I
you're talking.
believe he survived, right? He didn't die.
Yeah, he didn't die.
Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see him like come back. You know, I don't
Mhm.
know. I've always wanted to see like another like kind of like more of a like another Chucky film that has the original Child's Play roots. You know, and I saw a comment right here where they said Curse of Chucky kind of took it back to that, and it kind of did. You know, that little flashback scene. You know, of what happened before, you know, Charles Lee Ray was gunned down and he transformed his soul to the good guy doll. You know how he had to do with Nika's mom and stuff like that. Like I thought that was okay, but I just wish they would have done like a little more, you know, or not like a lot more, because also when it's over the top is not really all that, but something like that, you know.
Mhm.
mm,
That
Also,
would
at
be
the
pretty cool.
end of Curse of Chucky, I believe they hinted at the fact that Andy's mother was actually with the cop. Like they're a couple. So if they were to
Yeah,
bring back the characters, they might as well bring them both back. So,
yeah.
yeah, that'll be pretty interesting.
mhm. What were
Mm.
you gonna say, Ryan? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, I agree with you. I think if they're going to come back, yeah, they should be a couple. They should come back at the same time. I
Mhm.
feel like bringing one back and not the other wouldn't make sense. Them they were actually a really good duo in that first movie, so I would love to see them both come back at the same time. But I feel like is this show really the right place for them to come back? You know, if it's not this season or next season, like really the show, like let that be a movie. I feel like that'd be better as a movie. So
I
True,
agree
true.
with you. They should definitely save that for a movie for sure.
yeah,
Especially the route they're going with the series, like I just think it would make sense more like in a movie rather than the show, because from what we know about the show, what's gonna go down, how it's going, I just feel like if they were just to throw them in there, it'll just be whatever. You know, I feel like they'll focus more on the new characters.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Okay, guys. So, do you guys got any last questions? We will be sure to answer them. We covered a lot in this video for sure. It's a really fun stream.
Yeah, yeah. You know, pretty much. You know, the series has got a lot of people. You know, excited or whatever to see Chucky again back on the screen. And of course, you know, one way or another, the storyline could be crap. You know, the concept could be crap or whatever. But at least we're still gonna see some Chucky. You know, moving along. And I just hope it's good, man. I just hope it's something decent, and I just really hope it's not what, because I feel I'm going into this show honestly. I'm ready to be disappointed, you know, because I don't really have like too high expectations, but I really would want to see something like, oh, okay, like I didn't see that coming, you know,
Yeah.
something that, you know, really, you know, something that we're not expecting, you know.
Yeah.
I hope it keeps us by surprise. That's really all I have to say. I hope we watch this and we kind of eat our words a little bit and we're like, you know what? This isn't that bad. I hope we get that, but if we don't get that, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a shit show pretty much. But I hope it
Yeah,
isn't.
yeah, same. I hope it isn't, but I'm ready just in case, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going into the show cautiously optimistic, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, guys, any last questions? We're going to be wrapping up this chat really soon, or this stream.
Orman 93 says
Mike Norris was the detective's name, by the way.
What was
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Mike Norris is the detective's name in the first Child's Play. That's what.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I forgot his name, so yeah.
Yeah, I kind of blanked out on his name.
Yeah, me too.
So Horman 93 says, do you think the Tiffany doll will make an appearance? I do think so. You know, because at the end of Cole, you have the Tiffany in the back seat, the doll. So I do for sure think that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I actually saw a behind the scenes photo, and it was basically confirmed that the doll's going to make an appearance in the movie because like Jennifer Tilly was actually holding it. So.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty much confirmed, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, like I feel like Jennifer or Tiffany. I feel she might not have a big role, but I think she's gonna be like still there, you know, a side character, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, guys, I'd like to apologize for the beginning of the stream. I was having some technical difficulties. Again, this is my first time using this platform, so I'm not exactly familiar with it. But now I kind of I got a little taste of it, and I know what to expect for next time. So glad you guys were able to bear with me for this.
Yeah, definitely, you know, and definitely sometime in the future make more of these live streams, horror talks, so you know we could like talk about anything pretty much, you know, anything horror related.
One thing we didn't touch on, we all got our Chuckies in the background.
Exactly. Got my
Tiffany up in there.
Halloween Chucky doll right here.
Dudes look way better than. I'm just gonna throw mine away now.
Yeah, man.
So
compared to us, yeah, that one beats it for sure.
Yeah. So, Chucky, got anything to say?
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho!
There you go.
That's right.
Here, I got mine. Hey, Chuck, you got anything to say? Crap.
Yeah, I still have that Spencer's Bride of Chucky doll too.
Yeah.
I got the spirit one. You know?
That's awesome, dude.
All over there.
I heard I also seen that this year, you know, since like the Halloween season's coming up, they're coming out with like new dolls. You know, I think it was Spirit Halloween or something. They're coming out with like new Chucky dolls, new animatronics and stuff like that. Just pretty cool, you know, because I think it's because of the series we're gonna be getting new merchandise and new stuff like that, which it's pretty cool, you know. I guess.
Yeah. Have you guys made a trip to Spirit Halloween yet, by chance?
Mine opens Thursday, so I'm gonna go Thursday for sure. So yeah, I got a few days.
Yeah, actually, I seen a Spirit Halloween store, and I went to go see, but I guess it's still closed. But yeah, I definitely want to go because I wanna pick up that Halloween Kills mask.
Same here.
Like we talked about, I'm still like I definitely like I want to like buy it already, but I just rather wait. Because I also want to get decent copy because I've seen a lot of copies, man, and I'm just like I'm not like it really wasn't what I expected, honestly. So that's why I'm gonna take my time, try to get a good one, and either or, I'm probably gonna rehaul it because the paint job's not all that, honestly.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, what happened to Ryan? Hey, bro, I got
Disappeared.
disconnected. But yeah, like you said, man. Like I'm not a fan of the paint job on it. I feel like they could have done way better. I even feel like the paint job on the 2018 version, believe it or not, is a little bit better. So
Yeah, true. Yeah, like after seeing the paint job on the kills mask, I
mhm,
even thought to myself like might as well get another 18 mask and you know do a Halloween kills mask. But
right, because
yeah,
one side of the face is just way too white. There just isn't enough detail.
yeah, true. Like I honestly thought that the Halloween kills mask was gonna be way more detailed than the 2018, but I guess not. Especially all those yellow spots. Like I don't know, it just looks off to me.
Hmm.
But I'm still gonna get it either way.
Yeah, your dog's
It's a
looking
must.
awesome in the background, by the way. Are you taking him
Yeah,
out? Hell yeah.
I'm gonna take my boy Chucky out real quick. I haven't took him out in a while. I usually have him like.
Honestly, I really like that doll. I mean, obviously it's pretty close to the one you see in the movie, obviously, but to me it looks like a hybrid of maybe the doll from Curse and then also the original. It's like kind of combined, so I really like that.
Yeah, yeah. Like when Spirit Halloween released this though, it definitely reminded me of like the cult one, because I don't
Hmm.
know, just something about it. But it does also remind me of the classic doll.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see if we can get Ron back in here before we head out of here. There we go.
Oh,
Welcome back,
I
man.
couldn't hear you guys for a second, so I thought I'd back out and come back in.
All right, there we go. All right, let's see if we got any last questions. These aren't really questions, but I'll still answer them. I just got my Halloween Kills mask in the mail today. I love it. It's way better in person. That's good to hear, man, for sure. Because when I've seen it in the pictures, I mean, the stock photos looked incredible. When I saw the stock photos, I was kind of like, it might be too good to be true. I don't know. I got to see what it's like in person.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I got.
it's always better in person, like.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I'm glad to hear you guys are definitely going to go in person to Spirit and pick out your favorite copy. I think that's the smartest thing to do rather than just buy it online and then you're kind of just stuck with that copy.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. And I even looked online, on eBay and stuff like that. Over, they're going for about $70, and I believe it's a $60 mask, right? So I'd
Mhm.
rather just wait and just pay the $60 and pick my own copy.
Yeah. I actually heard they're charging $70 for this version now.
Oh, really? Yeah. Because I guess that's I've seen that it's 70, but I guess I guess they left the original price is 70. I guess. Yeah,
So
that's what I heard too, but I'm not sure.
yeah, if you were to order on Trick or Treat Studio site, it'll probably be like $80 something when you receive it, which is kind of outrageous in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a mass-produced product, and plus, if you'd want to get a rehaul, you would have to pay even more for that. So,
yeah, and I'm glad Trick or Treat Studios didn't do the whole thing, like they did 2018. Like everyone would, like they let everyone pre-order like months ahead, and they literally didn't get it till like October or something like that. And I remember with this Halloween Kills mask, just all of a sudden this weekend when they announced it, that it's already for sale. So I'm glad Tots didn't go through all that, even though their customer service isn't all that. Like I've witnessed it, um, but yeah, I guess just have to wait and see um, how it goes because I want to get a decent copy too.
mhm.
Rather than just ordering from them or any other eBay and stuff like that.
Exactly, for sure. All right, guys. So I think that's going to wrap up the stream. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to please subscribe to both Michael Myers and Michael Myers Reacts. Links to their channels will be in the description below. And we are definitely going to do more of these type of videos in the future. So any last thing you'd like to say, guys?
Well, I like to say, thanks for having me on the channel, of course. Always fun doing talking horror and collabing. Thanks for the shout out right there. And I definitely want to do more of these. This was really fun. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Same here, man. Thanks for having me on the live stream. Definitely, we're going to be coming out with more of these horror talks. Shout out to everyone for tuning in tonight. And yeah, it's another great live stream talking about the Chucky series. And soon we're going to be talking about all kinds of things, you know. So definitely stay tuned, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. So, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream. Stay tuned for the next one. I'm not sure when we'll be able to do it, but obviously we'll arrange a schedule and everything like that. As far as my regular videos go, I still got mass reviews, costume tests. You guys know the whole deal. I'm going to be keeping up with that real soon. And by the way, I'm well aware that I haven't gotten to doing the Freddy Krueger costume test video. I really got to get on that. I actually just painted. Hold on one second. Just painted up this hat. Gave it like a burned effect. And I think it looks pretty good. So,
nice.
Thanks. So I'm looking forward to putting the whole costume together. Got my sweater in the mail, so gonna get on that real soon. But hope you guys enjoyed this stream and stay tuned for the next one. Take care, guys. Good night.
Have a good one.